All right, we are live. Thank you, everybody, for checking out this stream tonight. This is the last live unboxing of 2025. So super excited to do these two. We got the prototype. We have a Jean Grey that I've been wanting for a while, and actually, this Jean Grey has been painted. So I had the seller do a little custom paint on the portrait that I've seen in the past. So really excited when he sent it to me, and I'm hoping to share it with you guys, and we could take a look and see what you guys think with the paint application. But I want to just bring up the panel here. We got the Legend Lane. Thank you for jumping on with us tonight, Legend Lane, and our good friend FBJ. So appreciate you being here, Freddie.
Thank you for having me.
Their cameras are off. It's because it's the end of the holidays and we just don't look our best. But I have to show myself. Oh shit! There's Legend Lane. Oh, thank you. It's looking clean as always. But our
trust me, I wasn't this morning. Had to do a little. It's already grown back in from this morning, but had to do some chopping of wood to get rid of what had been growing for like 2.5 days.
Yeah, I kind of cleaned up a little. I'm starting to get a little 5 o'clock going on here. Mr. Popo in the house, Canterbury 24. Thanks for jumping in, my boy Michael.
Legend Popo.
Legend Popo is in the house. Thank you for hanging out with us, Mr. Legend Popo. Hopefully, we'll give it some time. I'm sure we'll get more people coming in. Did the stream a little bit later. We are waiting for Tardy Marcos Mora. So hopefully his screen name will be Tardy.
Marcos is never late. He is always at the place when time intended for it to be.
Yeah, he might show up pre-gamed already, so he might be a little tipsy and stuff.
Yeah.
I myself on a little bit of medication. I actually got a bad knee infection somehow last night or today, so I had to go get some medication from the hospital, and I'm feeling a little good on the meds and some antibiotics. So hopefully we're good. My boy Juan Ortega just jumped in. So happy holidays. Oh, Freddie's in the house, man. Look at it.
PJ's on. I got my Christmas wrap. I got no shame in my game, man. I got no shame in my game.
Now you just got to pull out from like.
Nah, because I feel bad. I don't mind being on camera, but
You just need to pull out some Q-tips now, and you're ready to start doing some ASMR, baby. Make everybody feel warm.
Yeah, I literally just got out of bed not too long ago, man. Enjoying my Christmas holidays, man. You know what I'm saying? Plenty of rest. I got my time off, my week off. Woo. Yeah, I'm good.
Oh no, for sure.
So, quick thing, FBJ, because I know he is probably the biggest Turtles fan here, like whatever, TMNT. So what did you think about hearing Playmates is losing the license at the end of 2026 for TMNT, which has been pretty much their moneymaker?
Yeah, that's crazy, man.
Of because Paramount and stuff, I guess the licensing fees are going to be exorbitantly high.
Yeah, that's crazy. And I mean, they must feel like it's not even worth it to have the license, because I mean, Turtles is a popular IP. So for them to just give up on it, completely, that's crazy. I don't know, man. If they're saying Turtles is not worth it to have that license, then it's expensive.
And it was 36% of their sales, total sales.
I know.
Last year. So that's crazy.
So we got Insightful wants to start with Metallo. Yeah, we're going to start with Metallo first. We'll get that prototype out of the way. If you don't know, that's our boy Matt. He's in a lot of groups, big time collectors. He's got a lot of good stuff, man. The guy's a great person. So thanks for jumping on the stream with us and checking us out. Go ahead.
No, I was just going to say, and to chat, and also you guys, I hope you all had a very happy holidays within the last couple of days. Had a good time with your family, friends, or wherever you were doing. Hopefully, Ms. Popo, we better hear that you got at least like one life-size buster or something. That's got to be the min for you.
Does Mr. Popo already have the 1-to-1 scale Queen Studios Hulk Buster? I just want to make sure.
I am certain he's probably got that old barn or something on his property that he converted to a showroom. Kind of like Mr. Statue. Mr. Statue collector in Thailand. He's got his own gallery.
Yeah, he's got his own big thing.
That's probably Miss Popo got one twice that size, probably. and he has an extra thing for all his boxes.
he's got an extra barn.
And Popo, we just know we're all just funning with you too. Please be aware of that. We don't, because I know we do that sometimes with you. But I had a really good week and everything this week. Plus, I was finally off for a week, which was great. But there was been, for being the end of the year where you kind of always feel like, we're kind of in the that weird phantom zone between Christmas now and New Year's actually happening. Yes. It's like that 5 or 6 days where you're just like, is it the new year yet? No.
Yeah.
But yet not a lot is going on because school is out. A lot of business people are still going to be gone on vacation all the way through the end of next week and everything.
Good. There's no traffic.
Yeah. I noticed that last night because I flew home yesterday. Trip went fine until I was literally right outside getting to the plane gate, and I had to sit for an hour.
Oh, God!
But outside of the plane gate because we got there early, and then there was the plane at our gate, and then the plane had technical problems from being able to get going. It was like an Alaska flight or something, and it was just like, oh my God! And the worst part was there was a baby crying next to me.
Oh, that's the best, man.
It was a mom with her one kid in it. She had a 5-year-old son sitting in the seat next to her. But this was a lady who had been traveling from New Zealand.
Oh, God.
This was her last 30 hours of flying with just her having to keep control of these 2 little kids. The 5-year-old was great, man. He just sat there and was very quiet. But the baby finally, that last hour, it was just finally said, I'm done.
Mm-hmm. It was enough. Yeah, the baby was enough.
But yeah, that was just like, can we please just get off the stupid plane? But I gotta say, I'm really, really excited to see this Metallo because this is one of the characters that obviously, as Marco's other we've talked about. We don't get to see barely, if ever, unless sometimes, if it's like, Superman animated series Metallo or something like that.
Right.
Figures and different things.
E-Man's in the house.
Specific version. Yep.
There's our E-Man. E-Man's in the house. Another legend. So, I mean, honestly, you could theoretically say this is the greatest Metallo ever produced in statue form because I don't think there's ever been one made. So technically,
well, he's had a lot of looks around over the years too.
Sure. So this Metallo, for those that don't know, is based off the comic. I'm not sure. I think it might be New 52. Not sure what version. I know it's the comic version, not the animated version.
Which had a little bit more influence of the Batman animated series Metallo, because he before had been almost more kind of like robot skeleton, kind of like almost old Brainiac from the 80s, kind of built to him for a little while.
Yeah, correct.
So they did more of the Malcolm McDowell kind of version of him a little bit.
Yeah. So it's one of those things that if you're really a rogues gallery Superman kind of guy, this is one of the pieces to get. I don't know if it's sold out. It might be sold out. I told the commissioner that he needs to start making these in 1/3 because if you look at the base, except for Superwoman, her base is a little wider than it should be. Here's Mr. Tardy McFarty. There you go.
Here, baby. I'm here. Let's go.
So Marcos is here. We'll start on Metallo, but based off this group's concepts and how their base is so condensed, I think these projects he's doing would work in 1/3. So I'm hoping that there's maybe a following for people that want a 1/3 rogues. I know like guys like Batman Statue Collector that he's got a lot of 1/3 and he loves all that kind of stuff. This would probably be an ideal thing, but I'm hoping it goes that direction because I love that Brainiac and that Owlman came out fantastic. Seeing the prototype pictures firsthand, it's like literally the best Owlman out there. But like Metallo, there's not too many Owlmans, right? Or any at all. So I can label it as the best right now until somebody else decides to produce the piece. But our good man Marco Mora's here. So my admin, keep a check. Let's see, 1/3 Killer on Space. Yeah, but I think if you get the base condensed a little bit more, I think you can do like LBS style. If they're about 16-inch diameter, you could stack them next to each other because a lot of, like, let's say some of my quarter scales are around 12 to 16. So it's more vertical real estate than horizontal. So I think he could pull it off if he wanted to. I'd do like a trial run. I know he's doing like a Max Fleischer Superman in 1/3. So let's see how that kind of real estate works with that piece, because it's very J&D style. So we'll see if that works. But let me go ahead and start taking things out of the packages. We'll start with the base and we'll go forward. Marcos, we kind of talked a little bit behind the scenes, but showcase, are we getting Berserk 1-to-1 with the Dio?
For me, oh my God, Derrick Henry. Yes, I'm sorry, fantasy football. But for me, the 1-1 bust, it's a 75% chance for me at least.
All I will warn you, Marcos, is basically I was having to watch on my phone and my parents when I was watching it, but I was watching Jimmy as he literally on the screen saw the dimension and pulled out his tape measure.
Yeah,
and went, "It's too big."
It's huge.
And and so Alan and Jimmy are running.
Yeah.
From it. So that should be one thing to consider. That those guys usually are in, like they're in, and have been for a while. Ooh.
Okay, so for me, the reason why I'm waiting on it is because I heard there's a rumor that Sume is going to do a similar bust like the Luffy bust and the Naruto bust with a Guts one. So I'm waiting to see that if it ever does happen. So that's what I'm really waiting to see on, and it'll be a lot cheaper than Prime One. Prime One's
going to be $6,000.
Yeah, I think 5,000, 6,000 plus all in with shipping. With taxes, shipping, all that stuff. So that's what I'm waiting for. I think the piece is really good. It's not the paint job. I feel like it's lacking in a lot of ways. But I think on the Guts, like 1/4 figure, it looks great, and on the weapons, on everybody looks amazing. It's just like the robes. And a couple
I just don't like the eyes popping through on the Guts actual.
Yeah, I'm not the biggest fan of
that. I know that that's literally what's happening, but it feels like that they could have just done like kind of with the wolf demon effect would cover the eye sometimes or something like that. They're probably going for a quote more realistic look to it, that it's the helmet he's wearing.
Actually based off a like an art what is it, like a cover art. That's what the whole line is. They're basing it off all of that. I don't know. I haven't seen that art.
Yeah, that's like the 1/6 scales with the back to back with the long center almost flat.
I think it was really good. I just don't think it was as much of a home run for me. I think it's cool that you can have two pieces though, so you don't want the 1/4 like diorama. That's pretty cool.
I personally was more impressed with all the main cast together on that one piece. I think to me that felt like almost the piece more to get than even the big bust. I mean, there are pieces I like. I like the White Falcon, head armored Griffith, and then also having like the back piece being his.
You want me to help you, Will?
There we go. I got it. Cool. Do you guys want me to get the base back in? Because I know my screen was a little smaller.
Yeah. Could you pull it up so people could see it a little bit easier?
Yeah.
That's all I didn't get to see.
Let me go ahead and put the body down here real quick, and then I'll bring the base back. I know I got a little closer, but because I forget to my admin and I forget to make the screen a little bit bigger. But let me get in there a little closer so you guys can see that.
Oh yeah, that's much better. You have the Superman cape, and then that's nice they included something like that, just not to be the usual rocks and destroyed concrete or whatever.
So there's a good amount of stuff going on this base, which I like. You can see like the mortar sand in there.
Yeah.
The Superman cape, the texture on the rocks. Let me flip this down so you can see a little bit better there with that mortar. So you got that little fence.
Are they trying to have like on the top of that block there? Is that supposed to be like are they trying to do some detail for like a footprint or something like that being there?
Yeah, most definitely. I believe that's where he pegs in, so that will probably be covered there. But the details are there on the base. There are a few things I see here that if I could change, I would change on here. But
well, it's got good detail for looking like it's going for a pretty small real estate take up base.
Sure. Yeah, it is. And that's what I'm saying. Like, if this were a 1/3 piece, the diameter would be a little bit bigger, but not by much.
Mm-hmm.
So you could make this work as a 1/3. You'd be like, like I mentioned earlier, a J&D style with a lot that saves in real estate. So that's why I like, especially this particular piece here. Let's get close to here.
Nice.
That
Well,
looks good.
speaking of a piece, I am getting this though, Lane. So I am getting this one.
Metallo.
Yeah. I think
So what you see, Marco, is what you get. There are some things, the paint, I'm going to recommend to change a few things, but other than that, very small details on it. And I'll explain it.
I like the detail for the back spine area there and each individual plate and everything.
little coils and all that.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So if you look also like on his pants, the detail and the texturing on the pants.
I don't know about some of the painting on the pants. Something with the greens and stuff makes me think too much of Killer Croc.
Well, I mean, he is technically kind of wearing like military pants, so
I think the pants is pretty good, but what is like it looks? I know it's like ripped up shirt maybe, but I don't like that job maybe too much.
Well,
I think the metal looks good, the paint job. It looks,
metal's great.
Yeah, it doesn't look like one plain color. Like, look, I just saw that Alien 1/3 big chap teeth, like the chrome. It looked horrible. So that looks.
Look at that paint job right there. Look, the shading on that.
Mm-hmm. Right in the butt. He has cake, metal cake.
Metal cake. So it's supposed to be a white shirt torn, but because it's dirty and all this other stuff, it looks more creamish. There's some dirt. I don't know how you guys can see it on the camera with my lighting, but in person it looks better than what they originally had sent me in terms of the renders. The renders, they with the paint, it was just a plain white shirt, and I'm like, well, how is he all destroyed with a nice clean fucking shirt on? So I suggested they paint it a little bit.
Freddie, you sick, man? You look like you're sick right now. We're all cuddled
up.
up.
I see you came in late. I said I had just woke up out of bed. I've just been chilling, enjoying my Christmas, eating, sleeping, taking a nap, stuff like that. I wasn't gonna be on camera. My camera was off, but I said screw it. I don't care. So I got my PJs on, wrapped up in a blanket. It's nice and cool.
Love that you're here, buddy. And
got it on 662 degrees out here, man. Put my AC up so I can be chill, wrapped up.
Yeah, that's less chill and more trying to put yourself into an ice.
Nah, man, I love when it's cool and I can just wrap myself in a blanket, man. I like that, man.
That's what it felt like when I went to see Avatar: Fire and Ash on Wednesday. Went to the movie theater, and my parents were both wearing like long shirts and everything. And their teeth were still chattering after.
That, and it's an excuse for my wife to cuddle up next to me. Baby,
well, I mean,
I'll warm you up.
Yeah. Yeah.
So
this is the portrait stand for the other two.
That's nice.
There's 3 portraits, so you got this pretty unique stand there, which I do like. So we'll get that on the side there. He does have 6 arm swap outs and 3 portraits. So you can mix and match. If you haven't seen it yet, you can mix and match a lot of these. And then we'll get to a point to where how everybody feels in terms of how they would display it.
Yeah.
Right.
I would love to have all these rogues, Marcos. You got what other rogues you got coming in?
So Mongol should be here like within the next week or so.
Sweet.
Brainiac, I paid shipping, so it's shipped out.
Yeah.
I picked up this, and then Livewire, the top of my head, what I have from this company.
Nice.
Yeah, I'm getting all the soups, rogues one.
I love this guy, dude. This right here looks so good.
Oh, I know, I love this one.
Wow. I didn't see this.
Like the paint application with like the skin peeling and the different layers of blood color on there with the paint job on the metal.
That's what I like about the 10 rogues. They're all like freaks, like freak accidents usually, So makes them really unique. Ah, dang it.
I like it.
Yeah.
Well, then I have Parasite too, Freddy already. You know that. So.
Yeah, man. I want to get them all, man. I want that. That manga looks good.
Yeah,
I wanted to get it, but I can't swing it right now.
It's huge too.
Yeah.
That's what she said.
Never to me.
Good one.
Where are you, Marcos? You're supposed to catch these things, bro. Come on, man.
That's what she said.
I'm half asleep, so you're supposed to catch this, Marcos.
All right, here's another arm swap out with the same kind
What's up,
of
Alan?
blood torn.
Also, we have a legend in the chat, Alan Kiefer. Thanks for joining.
Alan
Hey,
Keefer's in the
Alan.
house, man. Yes, Alan, thanks for joining, buddy. Last unboxing of the year for 2025, my friend. I'm sorry. Oh, what? And you know what the best part of this is? We got a prototype unboxing of Metallo, a man for Marcos, and then I got Jean Grey for Alan Kiefer.
There we go.
Nice.
You know what I mean?
You're thinking about your audience, sir.
Mhm.
You're
I'm thinking about my audience, man. Who's not to think about? So I don't know if you can there's a swap out for each, but you could have this swap out, so both arms peeling, or you could have a swap out with some of the weapons, and there's
I
just so
love
many
that.
variations of swap out. So it just really depends on the vibe you want to get. And I know Freddie, you love this because
Love swap outs,
you and Lane are like figure posers, and you guys like to change things and do things. And
I want the
know
options.
you want the options. So this will be a great option and probably one of the best ones for your collection because there's just so much things going on here. So we'll
also,
do,
real quick, Sin Seifel said I gotten them all as well, so he's right there with me.
there you
So,
go. Yeah.
Wait, since Life, you got the live wire coming in as well?
I hope
Order?
so.
So I just wanna shout out to those that Sin, amen. He's a great guy and he does pick up everything in this group, and I'm telling you, man, there's more to come that is gonna break the bank. Freddie,
Yeah.
you're gonna be so upset, man, when you see some of this other stuff coming through that they've been
know.
kind of teasing me. Oh boy, you have no idea.
Yeah, well, I am. There's the one that's gonna jump at the top of the list if I could get when I get the info. Is that Superman Doomsday? I'm really feeling that one.
Oh yeah, that's a different group.
Okay,
I know the prototype was revealed already.
Yeah, I see.
It's looking great, but that's a different group.
Okay,
I got you on that too. I think I already sent you info on that, but if that's something you're looking for. But I'll tell you what, man, Cyborg Superman from this group.
I seen it. Yes,
Boy.
that's a nice one.
So I'm gonna do a portrait set of the hand. This would go pretty much matching with that piece, with how I got the arms.
And
cool.
Sin Seifel said he likes that they're all the undeserved villains too. Me too, man. I like that
I
one.
agree.
And then he also said FBJ. Everyone
Oh,
the
nice.
Crime City.
Yeah.
Yeah, the Crime City one. I think the Owlman is easily the best one out of those. And then
I want that. That one I actually might put down on next year. I really want the Owlman. I wanted the original, but ain't nobody put me in them groups. Marcos, Will.
Hey,
I wanted the blue suit, man, but it's sold out.
well,
I'm gonna have to settle for the gray.
no, hey, the black.
black,
Hey,
yeah.
but what I can do is maybe we'll do blue in 1/3, man. You just get you a 1/3.
Nah, man, that's too big for me.
he's a 1/4 baby. He's a 1/4 baby.
1/4.
Yeah, I know. No, I'm pretty sure you'll be okay. Just keep messaging the commissioner, see if he's willing to find another blue or sell the prototype. He sold his prototypes before,
True.
so he's shipping it to himself. So unfortunately, I won't be getting Owlman to unbox, which is okay. He's gonna ship it to himself. He'll take pictures and he'll post it and all that good stuff. So you guys will be able to see it, but not in this kind of form. But yeah, so I do like this is dope. It's kind of, he's kind of giving you that vibe of he's, just kind of peeling off all the human flesh and skin. I love how they did all that stuff. So we'll keep going. I'll get some of the other pieces, and then you guys will do like we always do. We'll kind of rate it and see where we're at with it and what can be adjusted. What could we do better? When I mean we, I mean their group. We as, given our opinion, what would we think would better to this piece than what the prototype is looking like right now. So let's get at it. There's two basic arms and then there's two weapons. I'm gonna do the weapons first. I'm gonna just do the basic arms after.
Hey, I'm liking the flesh. Pretty good.
The flesh is looking really good. Okay, so here's one of looks like his plasma arm. Let's get that closer. I don't believe it glows. I think it's just
He's anti light ups. That's one bad thing I don't like about him. Even though I like all the pieces, but I don't like that.
Who's anti-light ups? Sorry.
The commissioner, the company.
I think he's going to change that. I've been kind of doing the same thing, impressing him about doing light ups on certain things. It's going to add more value to the pieces.
Well, especially with these characters, there's a lot of powers involved and colors compared to like Batman villains. You know, that's not really outside of the Joker.
Yeah.
There's not that much color variation, but Superman rogues are all bright colors.
So is Livewire not gonna light up? Is what you're saying?
He switches it up lately, but it's as of now, no. I'm pretty sure. Do you have any other statues from the group that you could display next to it for a size comparison?
For that particular group, no. I have Parasite, but it's in storage. There's no way. It'll take me forever to get it out of storage and bring it out of the box and put it here together. And stuff. So, unfortunately, I don't have it. It's something to think about to have. But in hindsight, I got to ship this back to the commissioner. So
I bet you it's around a little bit bigger than the Parasite because he's kind of standing up on a.
Parasite's base is lower and he's inside of it a little bit more. So in terms of that, you're correct.
At most like an inch. It's not gonna be much though.
No.
The Mongol though, my God, that thing's huge.
That thing's massive.
Yeah, for one that thing's freaking big, man. Like he had his 1/4 in that group of like Ultraman or Superman, and he like the whole hand went around the head of the Superman.
So what you guys can do if you're part of that group, just once this ships to the commissioner, I'm pretty sure he's going to put it next to all his other pieces that he has, and you'll see a size difference. So just wait about a week or so. You'll get to see the size difference. I can bring one of my other characters here, but it's not from the group, so the scaling is going to be off regardless, based off what I have.
Well, I'm pretty sure you have this, but Sideshow was saying, what is his height if you have a tape there?
Hopefully I got a tape here. If not, I can run down and grab one real quick.
or you can use an Apple.
Don't even say it, Marcos.
Use the app on my phone.
I already know where you're going with that. Stop.
Apple or the phone, baby.
All right, there you go.
That looks good.
Yeah. So
I like the chainsaw. I don't know. For me, that looks great. But for me, I'm probably going the plasma cannon and the chainsaw. But I don't know yet. Obviously, there's so many switch outs you can use. But
yeah,
and maybe the half torn face. But I do love the full robot look of Metallo. Right, Reddy? Like I think that's like his normal look.
Yeah, I like the full robot look. I am leaning towards the flesh, the seared.
Yeah.
But I probably would have one arm with the flesh coming off and another arm with a weapon. I think that's what I would do. I don't know.
I'm gonna pull these off.
Yeah, that battle damage flesh, man. I like that.
Adds so much to it,
Yeah.
I'm just gonna grab both of these here real quick. They're pretty much the same arm. So I'm just going to set one down and then I'll just get a close-up with it. It's funny. I always keep a tape measure here, but then my wife asked me to do something and I take it with it and I'm like, what the heck? Yeah. So that's just a basic arm. They're both like this. Kind of clenched up fist. Just like that. I think, man, they did such a great job with the paint on the metal.
Yeah, they did.
There's just a few things I would see here that catch in my eye. So then he's just kind of like, just kind of screaming, no weapons, no nothing.
Yeah.
We'll get to portrait.
Come get me, Superman. Come get me.
Yeah. This is dope. I like this. Let me take this portrait out.
So Sideshow said Mongol stands taller than Bizarro, and Bizarro is like a statue like Hush, kind of like where it's kind of standing up, so that's how tall it is.
Well, he's on top of a base too, floating. So
yeah. See, I like that though, Freddie. I like that. That's the look of Metallo.
That looks good.
Yeah, that's good.
Well, the great thing is, again, you can swap it out. You can do many looks. Unless you're one of those statue collectors who's set it and forget it kind of guy.
So that's kind of the all metal Metallo without anything else, just kind of ready to go without swapping. But you could take these off, right? And then let's do that real quick. And then let's say you want to do that with chainsaw in his hand, right? Or let's do plasma. Let's go plasma on this hand right there.
Yeah, nice.
So you're just kind of ready for battle with Superman. But it looked like he already kicked Superman's ass because his cape's over here on the floor. So technically, he's already a done deal. Let me get this here. I'm going to swap this out, and this is the last portrait. Honestly, my least favorite from what I'm looking at here in the box.
Is it the full portrait?
Only because the paint application needs some improvement.
It was never my favorite from the renders or anything.
Yeah, from the renders, yeah.
Yeah, for me, it's just not Metallo. Oh, this one. I see what you're saying, yeah.
There's only 3, so.
I thought there was a full portrait of him.
No, it's just these 3. At least that's all I got in the box.
Oh, I can see what you're saying with the paint application.
Yeah. So the paint for me is you're missing some blues and greens for like the veins. You know what I mean? Since he's kind of halfway peeled off like that. The hair looks great. I think the hair looks really good. You see the striations in the hair. Even in the back, even the short haircut, you can see some texture there. That is shaved short. But I feel that the paint for sure needs to be adjusted, especially on the eyes. The white on the eyes need a little bit of veinage maybe, and the teeth are too white. Like I think we need to dirty those teeth a little bit, and then just the skin. So let me put that on there. So for sure, my favorite for sure is just peeling of the skin and bubbly and all that stuff. And then obviously this is my third in terms of the portraits and stuff. That's what that is. I'm gonna brighten up the light here a little bit for you guys, because when I get close, it's too bright. So, ooh, that's too
shiny now.
Damn, made my skin shiny. So I'm not sure how it's looking over there for you guys in terms of quality. Like my camera looks good, but I'm not sure about the stream. If you guys like, I could try to get a better close up. But how do you want me to display it, and then we can kind of run through what you guys feel about it.
You do the flesh arm with the chainsaw and then the flesh sculpt as well.
So
yeah.
You want to keep the chainsaw on there?
Yeah, and then remove the other hand and put the flesh.
The flesh hand.
The shaved flesh. Yeah.
Let's see here. This one right here, like that.
Lane, don't that remind you of Army of Darkness?
A little bit.
Yeah.
That's what I was going for. I like that.
I was kind of thinking there for a second that he is now Metallo just arrived in with the Deadite army about to attack the castle.
Yeah, this is how I would actually do it.
Except he would kill everybody.
Yeah, pretty much. Yeah, he would for sure kill everybody.
Yeah. I don't think Marco's seen that movie.
Army of Darkness? That's Evil Dead?
Bruce Campbell, yeah.
I'm not that old.
The funny thing is, I went to see that movie in movie theaters with my dad.
Oh, gosh.
There was nothing in the movie theaters, and I was like, hey, I recognize that's Ash. And I think at that time too is also when he was, or maybe that was just before, he was appearing as Autolycus, the King of Thieves in Hercules, the Legendary Journeys.
Oh, I remember that.
So I'm willing to bet that I went and see that. I freaking loved the movie.
Yeah,
I loved it. Yeah, it was great. My dad hated it.
But yeah,
it was not. But
what am I watching?
He doesn't care for anything like, he's that time, late 80s, early 90s. He was before when he was in 1920s.
He didn't laugh. It was comedy too, man.
Yeah, no, he didn't really care for it. I mean, it had dead zombie things and stuff. He hates all that stuff. If you got to remember, he was growing up in the 20s. He was basically either Charles Bronson or Dirty Harry blowing fools away.
Yeah.
So that was his era when he was growing up.
Westerns,
You know, in
probably
his age. Yeah. And then he liked the Terminator and he liked Predator. But that's
Right.
because he was
Yeah.
Arnold.
So
That
he
was-
watched Army of Darkness.
that's-
He's like, "What is this
yeah.
junk I'm watching, man? It's
yeah, he
foolishness."
liked his fantasy. His fantasies Conan the Barbarian flexing and chopping dudes' heads off. Like that's his fantasy as far as he is.
Ain't nothing wrong with that. I ain't gonna hate.
Yeah, but I love actually now I'm seeing Metallo fully done out here. And man, this really does feel like the
I like this.
Metallo from the Superman DC.
Yeah.
Really nice.
I
love the pants are still a little weird to me
What's up, Aiden?
with the green on them and everything. For me, not completely vibey, but I love all the paints on the actual cyber robot parts and everything. I think it's fantastic.
Do we have a hater in here, Will, with the Aiden right now? Said it's aight, even though his patrons are frauds.
Nah, he trolling, man. He trolling.
Just to answer Walton's question, no, I didn't put the smoke on my Detective 1000 because originally where it was displayed, it wouldn't fit. So now I got it up there. I just haven't been in storage to pull out the smoke and the bats and stuff and put it up there. And I'm not going to because I got some module cases coming next month. So I'm just gonna wait until I get all my stuff and then I'll situate it. But yeah, I didn't do it. I mean, maybe with the retail sale, I'll say brand new smoke and bats. Never displayed, but everything else says.
I will say though, on Detective 1000, the smoke is one of the weaker paint job applications.
It is.
Yeah.
It is. Yeah.
I'm looking at it right now.
I did the live unboxing on that piece with our good friend Toshi from Paint Collectibles. Yeah. So we did that unboxing almost 2 years ago.
Statue, that's the weakest part, I would say.
Yeah, the smoke, and it's very challenging for people to get the smoke correctly. So if you guys want, I mean, I can shine a little bit more light here, get closer with the camera. I know I already showed all the pieces, but if you guys want to see it as a whole, we'll talk about it a little bit more, and then I'll run downstairs and find a tape measure. I think I know where I put one, and we can get some dimensions if that helps.
Spin it around. Spin it around.
Oh yeah, that's right. I gotta get that button going, man.
There you go.
We need metal cake. We need metal cake.
I'm slipping in my old age.
Metalosis.
I'm slipping in my old age.
Yeah.
So
this came out well, man. Yeah, you got a good one, Marcos.
Very good.
Coming in.
Yeah. I'm happy that there's commissioner doing all the Superman rogues because
I know.
Sideshow XN, they don't do them ever for some reason.
Give me a minute. I'm gonna flip this camera around here a little bit.
I know the next run of Superman villains, he's gonna do Mr. Mixie Piccolo, and I can't wait for that one. So I haven't seen anything or anything, but hopefully he does something that I would like. That's like my favorite Superman villain because he's Freddy, like Mr. Mixie Piccolo.
Man,
but he doesn't want to be. He doesn't care.
So much stuff I want, man. I want to get all of these.
I know. The live wire looks amazing, though.
I seen it. I know, especially with the middle finger.
Yeah, like the middle finger, like the Superman.
Yeah. That's cool. Yeah.
I like it, man.
So, what y'all think about the metal finish on this one?
I think it's good. My only paint job issue right now is the shirt. Like the
in my opinion, how would you fix that? Because I'm
not a paint. So like Jeffrey would be better on that, or even Roger maybe.
There's dirt.
Aiden would
right? Yeah, I wouldn't trust Aiden with paint.
No, Aiden, I wouldn't trust him with running a Chuck E. Cheese for crying out loud. So, but like, I don't know. Like I would have to ask like someone like Jeffrey. But for me, it just looks a little off. But everything else, paint job wise, for me, looks great. It just, I don't know. I don't know. I like that it is dirty, I guess. Like you said, it was pure white the first time.
It was, yeah.
Yeah, so that's better, but I think the base paint job looks great. The Superman cape is all rugged and dirty. He's just getting better and better with paint applications too, from the Parasite. I do like the Parasite, but a lot of the metals on that look very flat, if that makes sense. But everything else, it's just been getting better and better. So
yeah, I'm a big fan of the small footprint, man. For somebody who struggles with size, as far as putting
Whoa!
I always struggle with
size. What's going on, man? Something you want to talk about?
I walked myself into that one.
Oh, wait, hold up. Celebrity sighting.
So Oh snap! What's up, Jimmy?
Hey everybody.
What's up,
Jimmy's in the house. What's up, Jimmy?
What's going on, guys? How you
Oh,
doing?
Jumping on, bud.
So I don't have that much space, so it's good that because I have module cases, it's not out in the open and stuff. So it's good that I can fit a whole bunch of these statues in, and the base is not taking up basically that extra half, that half inch or whatever. That space.
Yeah. Correct.
I like it.
Superman 99 said we need a 1/4 General Zod. That's the one.
Oh, it's
Wow.
coming. He's coming.
All right, wait. I gotta ask General Zod. All right, if you do General Zod, are you guys gonna do non Inferior as well?
He's
Because part of the rogues, man.
I've been told some stuff. I don't know if you'll do. Maybe there'll be an Easter egg of the other two, but the focus is
Okay.
more on Zod.
Okay.
I've seen some concepts on it and stuff, and yeah, the General Zod's coming. That's part of one of their
Okay.
waves that they want to do.
Yeah.
Or maybe do Fiora and non in the maybe a Phantom Zone background or something. I don't know. Something.
I can't tell you the concept idea, but it's
I'm curious.
you're gonna like it for sure.
That would be cool, man. A Phantom Zone somewhere.
I know you know a lot about this company. I think the Superman cape is a little overdone, and a lot of Superman, not just them, but a lot of other companies do. So I'm with you on that.
Yeah.
Yeah, you know what? It's very challenging. I would say when you do a concept art for a particular rogues for that character,
Yeah.
a lot of people may not know and like the statue that he's like a Superman rogues or a Batman. So you want to throw a little Easter egg, and I think the cape is like the most basic thing you could put on there.
Yeah.
It's like, yes, he's a rogue from Superman.
And
That's why the cape's
cooler
there.
usually than the character, so that's why they kind of do it.
Right. So let's say you're gonna do Batman and you're gonna do Batman Rogues. Well, you're gonna have his cowl somewhere, or his cape somewhere, or something, right?
Yeah.
Let people know that's a Batman.
I do
rogue.
get it. Yeah.
Yeah. So I think that's why you want to do at least the Easter eggs. Like you throw little Easter eggs on, and also look, man, the cape's on the back of the base. You're not gonna even see it. You'll see a little bit of red. You know it's there. This is what you're gonna get when you look at it.
And you know what? To be honest, it's almost like a conquest. Honestly, anytime you see these rogues have Superman's cape or something of Superman in their hand, it signifies that they they got some. Because what else are you gonna hold? What else from Superman are you gonna put on there? Honestly, if you think about it, like what Easter egg?
Yeah, you could have done Kryptonite because he is Kryptonite.
Well, yeah, but they have Kryptonite
it's
on
the
his
green.
thing, yeah.
But I'm
So-
just saying, like, if you had an Easter egg, I'm saying Kryptonite.
Right. Because I mean, when you think about it, it's what else are you gonna put on a rogue statue? I mean, I'm not saying you have to do the cape on every base, but I'm saying to represent that Superman is the guy I'm going against. It's not much,
Well,
really.
I mean, the only other thing I would probably do is, it's kind
Crystals
of
on the floor.
No, I would do maybe Clark's hat and glasses.
Yeah.
Maybe that's something people haven't.
But then I would lean to believe that they know what his alter ego is. So
maybe he doesn't know. I thought almost every villain knows already.
no, they don't.
Also, real quick, guys, I got another believer in Marcus is always
Not
right.
Clark Kent.
I got
Hello.
No, stop, Marco. Don't believe him. Don't believe Matt.
He's right.
Stop.
And Derek
No.
Henry just got a 30-yard touchdown. I am winning the Super Bowl fantasy championship, baby. Oh my gosh. Let's go.
So yeah, I mean, I would probably use something like that, or maybe a newspaper article that's ripped says Superman defeated by Metallo or something, right? Even though it looks like they were in the middle of battle, but just to hint the hero they're against, because
because that's the Easter egg, right?
Metallo fights other people, not just Superman. So you got Metallo, and then I don't know. I just think it should be there.
Yeah, because Lex you could see with Kryptonite, right? That's fine because again, it's something that represents Superman, and since Sideshow mentioned Black Mercy, which that makes sense because that was a part of Conquest, right? Him putting Black Mercy on Superman, so we kind of know, right? But not every villain, I think, has that thing that they got from Superman as far as like I beat him up or whooped him, because even with Darkseid, I mean, you want to see a cape somewhere because like even if it's ripped, there's something. Again, it's difficult, man, with Superman. That's my opinion.
It's a little challenging because a lot of things, even in licensed companies, it gets washed out, right? We see a lot of it. like myself, I'm not a fan of Sentinels or
Yeah.
the Danger Room. I'm just tired of seeing Sentinels and Danger Room.
Same here.
Yeah.
I'm with you.
Me too.
So it's just like we know there's a more in-depth story with
Yeah.
each character. So let's start getting a little more in-depth with.
I like what custom statues do with like Nightcrawler. They do like a church, or they do like something like that.
Yeah.
Always.
Yeah.
So I like,
Speaking of that, teacher, I got a Nightcrawler coming in.
whoa.
I got a
okay.
I got a Grail actually coming in. It's a Grail.
Nice.
So
Real quick,
hopefully
we haven't let Jimmy talk. So Jimmy, man, how you been, bro? Fuck, man. And then how was your holidays?
It was good. It's not a good time because my AC went out today. We got. I went and got a portable one from my parents, and I've got fans all in the house, so they'll be here Monday. But I wanted to post in Godlike that I'm going to be on with you guys, so I want to make sure everybody comes on and just comes hang out with us. Yeah, it was great, man. We had a great holiday, and yeah, it was pretty quiet. It was great to see my nephews open up all their gifts versus it being just me and my wife. So it was good to see them open up. But I can't pay them off with like toys anymore, so we got to give them like money. So it's getting more expensive like each year. It was good to see them open up all their gifts. That was probably the highlight doing that.
Yeah,
so, it's great.
Yeah, I was.
Appreciate it.
A little birdie told me that you're gonna pick up that Berserk 1-to-1 Dio from Prime One. So
yeah, it was on my list like high priority, and then I saw it, and then I'm like there's no way it'd fit in here.
It's 50-inch tall. It's like 50 by 40.
Yeah, there's no way it'd fit in here.
You got a Todd pedestal coming in, right?
Yeah, Todd pedestal, man.
Yeah, but those are all spoken for, and I'm getting the Alien Big Shop, the 1/3, the XL one. Yeah. So it's gonna go right here. They're gonna go here with all this is gonna change over here. So like all that won't be there anymore. It's all gonna be pedestals on this side, and then back here, well, where that red curtain is gonna be a new module case back there.
Nice.
Something real special coming up with that. So
awesome.
Yeah, well, once I get everything set up and designed, I'll post it on Godlike because I haven't talked about it. Everyone knows I'm getting the case back there, and everybody knows what I'm getting a Maji case, but not everybody knows what case. It's going to be something different. So, but we'll talk about it more once I get everything finalized and everything else. So we'll see. Yeah, it's got a whole 700 pounds with the. It has to hold 2 Terminator busts, right? And then it has to hold a 1/3 in there. Well, each one is 200 pounds plus. So that's 400 pounds plus the 1/3 plus that little hand, and then plus anything else you put in there. So,
right. Yeah, you're going to have to beat that up for sure.
Yeah. It's going to have to be something like really heavy duty. So, Brian's on it, man. I'm not worried about it. That guy's a genius. So
I have to sell that Iron Man bust to make room, yeah.
No. Whoa.
Yeah.
If he sells the Iron Man bus, you can never talk.
I can't sway him, man. He's a stone. He's like, nope. Every time I bring it up, not sell it.
I can't leave here. It looks good where it's at.
If you ever sell that, I will not be your friend.
Yeah.
I just think Jimmy needs to make space for that Robert Downey Jr. Doom bust they're gonna make after 6 hours.
Yeah, he'll go over here. We'll figure it out. Yeah,
he's already on.
Yeah, Queen Studios will probably end up doing that. So, I was watching like John's facial expressions when I was talking with him, like looking to see if he say like he's smiling, whatever, and he kind of when he talk about Marvel, he kind of leans back and kind of grins a little bit. I said, "Man, I know what you're doing, so I want to know like, so
what's going on." Yeah,
doing that. Yeah. If I had to bet money, Queen will have the Marvel license going in before the summer. And right before they launch the new movie, they'll have all these new pieces that are coming out.
Oh,
they're working on it right now. They are.
Yeah.
Like, they're not stupid. Like, they're gonna strike while the iron's hot.
Oh, absolutely.
Are you still getting that Hulk, Jimmy?
The Queen Studios one?
Yeah, the Infinity Cycle one.
Man, I don't have that on order, and I wish I did. But I mean, I have friends that are getting it, and I can't wait to see it. I wish. My problem with it is that it's probably the best movie Hulk that you can get out of any company.
Yep.
But my problem is that what am I going to pair that with? Like, how is it going to look? Like, there's no other really movie statues that I can put it with to where it would look like it would coincide together. besides Iron Man, because that was part of that line. So I think I asked John from Queen about, are they going to continue that line, going forward, and they talked about they had Thor already done. Like it was already printed. It's in the office. Like it's already printed because they teach Thor, Scarlet Witch, Iron Man, Hulk, and they were going to do it all in 1/3 line.
Right.
So the Thor was already done, and they just came to that license end and they couldn't finish it. But I would assume that once they start the license up, that they're going to go back to that, and they'll probably make some adjustments. I would think too, because Thor's going to be the short hair Thor in the new movie. So
Right.
I think they would want to go to that and then get all that stuff ready. And if they do that, man, we'll have to figure it out, because I'd like to have more Avengers, but I've got to figure out like where they're going to go and everything else. But, it'd be good to see them do that.
It's going to be tough, and it's the same for Marcos, Freddy, and myself with that dark side, right? Like we're trying to still figure out what the hell to do with this.
Man, I don't know.
As far as space goes, or
I think it's huge, man.
I don't know.
yeah, it's really big. I was going to for 2026. I was working on statues. Some of the best statues coming for 2025, and Dark Side's definitely on the list. The fan art one is definitely on the list because I thought I was just. It's still the best, I think, as far as like 1/4 scale, but it's not really one. It is, but it isn't. It's like just really big, So it's between 1/4 and 1/3, right? William, is that right?
No. Dark Side himself is 1/4 scale. It's the throne. The throne
the throne's really big. Okay,
yeah. The Dark Side himself is 1/4 scale. At 1/3 would be freaking astronomically huge.
Yeah,
he's already big enough. What did we measure, Freddie? The base, the pedals, the platform was 35 inches.
It was like 34, 35, somewhere around there.
So that's just so imagine in 1/3 how much more depth you would. It'd be like 42 or something. It'd be. It's just unbelievable. Those are for those rich Asian guys. If they want to, let me know. I'll talk to some people and see if we can make that happen. Because I would love to see that piece.
You can make it less width, though. Obviously, with the pillars, you can take off those pillars, obviously. And
no, because it's the platform. The platform has the pillars mounted in the bag. You can't take those off. You can take the pillars, but you still got the base of the platform that protrudes back. So the only way you can save space is not use a platform.
That's all I'm saying. You just have the throne.
So I think the throne, the depth was like 24 inches.
You can just do the throne if you want. I'm going to use a platform because it looks amazing.
But you need the platform because the platform looks cool. I can't see myself not having a platform.
Yeah, it's nice. Like it adds all those. Yeah, it has all the lighting, right? William on the platform, and it kind of all coincides together. I mean, that statue is so well thought out. So, I mean, if that's the one to get, like that's the one to have especially if you're a fan of that character. But can you, now that Prime One is shipping the Superman 1/4, can you imagine having that like next to him and the 1/4? Like it's hard when you think about like statues that are future proof. It's tough because what I mean by that is like, you can see from an older piece to a near piece and how they just progress with sculpts and whatever, right? But the Dark Side piece, there's so many switch outs, and there'll never be one like that again. Like no one will ever attempt that. No one will ever do that again. So in my opinion, that's the one to get. Also, I still think you need a Superman with a chain kryptonite necklace around his neck, like kneeling before him. I think that'd be more amazing.
Into BDSM, what's going on here, dude? Like, come on, man. Like,
what's that?
Already here saying Superman got raped in the comics, so we can't have that.
So, Superman being the slave or getting clapped or anything.
Channing Tatum.
I think that would look amazing. I think I photoshopped that the one time, but
you did.
But Superman would look good with him, like Superman and Supergirl.
Yeah, the best display I think is gonna be that 1/4, obviously Dark Side, and that 1/4 that Freddy is gonna get. He said this throne piece for Prime One. Have those two next to each other, and I think
that would look really good.
I'm really surprised they haven't maybe tried, because the Batman versus 1/4 scale line has been, in the single statues, the Batman versus Batman and Laugh, Batman versus Killer Rock have all sold out and everything for them.
Mm-hmm.
have done really well. And obviously we got the Batman versus Clayface. I'm really surprised they have, like Prime One or something like that have not done or trying to do a Superman versus Darkseid. Like,
I'm sure it's coming.
Or kind of like they did with Doomsday, where Darkseid is kind of part of the base or something, and then you have Superman like in some kind of conflict or something. Because I think that's the type where people kind of feel like they're getting two characters in one kind of piece. Could be, since they're not doing a ton of DC anymore, unfortunately. Prime One isn't. Yeah. Like, to me, that feels like a good thing to do. But man, that is a lot of cool switch outs with Metallo.
Yeah, so let's jump back to Metallo here real quick. I just want to give my review. A few things I'm seeing here. I know Aiden was joking at the 9.5 rating because I kind of joked around about that too. But based off the renders, I'm like, man, this thing's like a 9.5, 9.8, But when you see it in person, there are certain things that I would like to see remedied. So first and foremost, love all the switch outs. I'm the same way as Freddie. I like having all these switch outs everywhere. I love the dynamic pose of it. I think it suits him very well. The chainsaw, like this whole look, like Freddie said, like Evil Dead, Ash from Evil Dead kind of vibe is the way I would display it himself. I think I would probably switch with just the full skull metal head from time to time. So like I would take, we could do that now just to have an idea. So I'd probably kind of want to do that, right? So he's like kind of peeling everything off and he's got that going on. So I would probably switch it back and forth just for the hell of it. I love the idea that you got the headstand here for both of them and they didn't cheap on it. The paint is very well done. The greens are very well done. In terms of all the portraits, obviously the peeling of the face is the more detailed and the one I like by far. Especially the eyeballs have all the veins all red. It's all bloodshot, because it's just kind of melting off his face. Obviously, the arms, the paint application is good on that. You got the darker reds, the really dark in there. You got the flesh skin tones, the pinks. They really nailed like the way that looks. And I don't know if I know Marcos works at a hospital. My wife does too. And sometimes we'll get pictures of some stuff and in real life. And we're like, yeah,
no.
I don't want to see your pictures.
No, I don't want to see y'all's pictures. No, thank you.
So it really looks like it. Like they did a great job in terms of the likeness on that. And obviously we talked about just the metal brush paint all over the lighter chrome pieces. There are different layers of blacks here. It's hard to tell. The collar on the boots, the heel on the boots, are different colors of brushed metal. They even added some lighter details on the hoses or the flex that go through the guns and through his abdomen. So there's some paint detail on that. So they didn't make it flat. They added some highlights to it. The only part that they didn't add highlights to is around the chest, which I think they need to add more highlights to some of the pieces here because it's just like you can see extra mechanical pieces on the chest towards the kryptonite here in the circle. But it's all flat in terms of the paint. So I think that needs to be adjusted a little bit more. When it comes to the base, I think the paint job on the base is great, except for a few spots, which is back here on the cape. You got all this texture and all these different paints, but then on top of the cape, you have rocks that are just pure flat. They didn't add any depth to it, it's just pure flat. So I think that should be changed. And then the seam line with the mortar pouring from the sand, there's too much seam line I see around there. I don't know if that's something that needs to be fixed during the sculpting phase or how they glued this prototype down. It wasn't tight enough. If you guys know, I'm very particular with like seam lines, especially on portraits with the hair where the hair meets up the foreheads and stuff. So I do see that. It's not a deal breaker at all. Doesn't stop this piece from being the greatest Metallo piece ever made because it's the only one ever made. It's in theory. I know Marcos has an issue with the ripped shirt, but I wouldn't know. I mean, we could ask Jeffrey and other professional painters what they would do differently. But originally, when I saw it, it was all white, and I told the commissioner, "Hey, man, you gotta paint that. You gotta add some dirt in there or something because it doesn't make any sense." He went through a battle. he's all torn up with his clothing, and then he's got a nice white shirt.
You know what would be better than that? Actually, the flesh coming off his skin. Like his body. That would have been better.
If this was flesh. Yeah, I think in the comic book it's a torn shirt like that.
I get it.
Yeah.
Maybe
I think that
of the the arms and the face and everything, maybe.
Yeah.
I think that'd be too much. I don't know.
Whoa.
Yeah, I mean, it could potentially be too much flesh if you want to go all flesh, but it does make sense for what's happening with this character in terms of,
he's shedding.
pretty much shedding like a lizard. But yeah, that's like the only thing I see. With all the swap outs, I get the basic arms on there if you wanted. Not sure if the basic arms were really necessary in terms of this. Like, it just looks so badass the way it is. But I understand giving the collectors more bang for their buck with extra swap outs, and Freddie and I, we appreciate that. So I'm gonna rate this a 9 right now, just because of some of the nitpicking I'm seeing on here. The texture of the pants, I like the paint job. They got a lot of shading. They got even some clearer, lighter texture wear marks where it tore up. You can see the lighter colors of like when jeans tear up. Even they didn't even skip on the belt buckle. The belt buckle's got a lot of texture on there as well. So I mean, I can't find anything else from what I'm looking at. Even the rivets in the boots, like the bolting patterns on there. There's so much texture on the rock. I love that they didn't skip. So you got the mortar, you got the brick, you got some rock, and you got asphalt. And they even textured the asphalt with the yellow lines, right? You got the cage, you got some plumbing down there. I think the plumbing needs a little bit of adjustment too. It looks a little bit flat on those rocks. Other than that, it's I think the concept's great. The paint job just needs a little bit of touch up, and to me, that's it. And then also with this portrait as well, they need more blues and greens so you can see more of the veinage. They got the oranges and the yellows and the reds in there, but they need to add a little bit more blue and greens. And plus the teeth are way too white, and so is the eyeball. It's a little bit white. I like to see it have a little bit more depth into that. But that's how I feel about the piece. Marcos, you're getting this piece. What do you think so far with the prototype?
So there's very few issues. I say, like, obviously the shirt. I think, like I said, I don't know what is the issue, like paint wise, what you could do with it. But I just think for me, it's kind of sticks out compared to everything else, because everything else I think is painted very well. So that part kind of just sticks out to me like a sore thumb. But it's not a big. That's a very nitpick. Like, if that's the biggest issue for me, that's not a big issue. Obviously, I think the base is well done, paint job wise, texture wise. Safe space, space saver.
Mm-hmm.
The like flesh like melting off its like the body is awesome. I think like every switch out you can do with that, it's amazing. The portrait that you didn't like, which I don't like either when I first saw it, like that's the only second big issue I have with it. For me, I would say, because I'm a big fan of this character, I love this piece a lot. I have it coming in obviously, so I'm very excited. I love the switch outs. The lack of a light up is kind of an issue for me too with this company, but hopefully maybe changes that in the future. But even without a light up, it's a very good piece. For me, I would say probably a 9.2 out of 10. Like you said, Sideshow came out with this piece with this amount of switch outs and everything, people would be very happy about it, and they would pay this. It'll have a good, healthy edition size, I think, and I think people would just be happy that they're doing Superman Rogue, but obviously they're not right now. But a 9.2 for me is what I would give this piece. It's a really good piece. Almost everything's as good as the prototype and, the renders. Just the shirt maybe is an issue for me. And that one portrait that I would never use, obviously, to begin with. So, yeah, 9.2.
Nice. So right now, 21 inches tall from the bottom of the base to the top of the head. 10 inches wide on the depth. On the width of this piece, and 24 inches tall with a chainsaw. So
what did you use to measure that with, though?
My digital measuring tape. I don't want to run downstairs. I don't want to run downstairs and get a tape measure.
You good, man?
No, I get it.
You didn't even pay attention. And then I don't know, the depth. The depth looks like about 8 inches, maybe 7 inches depth. Yeah. So you don't take in that much space, unless you're going to use the stand, but you can always put the stand in front because you're not really blocking anything important. So yeah, 24 inches tall with the chainsaw. Without the chainsaw, just up to his head is 21. I said, yeah, so 21 inches. So there's the measurements for you guys with my trusty old cell phone measuring tape. Thank you. Legend Lane, man, what do you think?
Well, overall, I do like this piece. That, like I said, there's just something with the pants, the green colorations or something on it, just bother me for some reason. Like I said, I feel like they look like should be skin on Killer Croc or something with the paint colors. But on the flip side, the paints on the robotic parts of the body and everything, the grays and the highlights for the metallic colors, I really do like. I like the 3 head switch outs and everything, showing different levels of damage to his, bodysuit. Always having, maybe becoming more standard in statues over time, having those busts where you can stick alternate head sculpts and everything, I think is a good thing, which we've been seeing more from like Prime 1. I would really like to see like Sideshow or something like that start doing that, especially because a lot of times they have exclusives and everything that have alternate head sculpts. The upper body and everything, I really like. The switch out arms and stuff, I think are good. The chainsaw is definitely my favorite of all the weapons. Like you said, it does remind me maybe a little too much of Ash from Army of Darkness and stuff, but I think it's a nice, kind of different complement of different type of weapons and everything. And that one I just love the green, making it's a kryptonite chainsaw.
Right.
Metallo just loves the saw and wants to make the saw a part of Superman. That's a deep cut.
Right. Yeah.
But overall, really good piece there, and it's not too many pieces where to put it together and everything, which is nice.
Sure.
So
yeah,
that's nice for pieces that are like these custom pieces where you're not going to have a big pullout with 40 pictures to help guide you where you have to put the pieces together. So
right,
simple is always nice.
FBJ, man, what do you think?
A+, man, for getting a Metallo out there in the world for everyone.
Hell yeah.
We need more rogues. I'm all for that. And I think they, overall, for what we're getting, I think this is an excellent statue to pick up as is, if this was all that there was. But thankfully, there could be some improvements. With that said, I agree with Marcos with the green with the kryptonite in his body, right? It would be nice if that could light up. If not, again, like I said, still a great statue to have. But man, if that could light up, because you know how we know Metallo, man. He opens that up, you see the glow, and that'd be cool right there. Even if that was the only thing that lit up. Kind of like Iron Man's arc reactor.
Right. I agree.
The eyes don't even need to light up, man. But if that chest could light up, that'd be cool. I love the multiple swap outs. For those who don't want to set and forget, like me, from time to time, I like to switch things up. Every couple of months, maybe twice a year. You know what I'm saying? I can switch the look around, give my display a little, a different thing going on there. So I love the multiple swap out hands, the heads. The only shortcoming is the dual head, the Two-Face.
Yeah.
I think that one could be a little bit better. Because right now that would be one that I wouldn't even use at all.
Never.
Unless they kind of fix it up a little bit.
Well, which is a great thing. You have, the portrait stand, so you're gonna display them, but not on the particular piece.
Yeah, and again, another A+ for giving us a bust stands. I think that should be the norm. Prime 1, whoever, I think, if they're giving us more than one head, I think you should have a bust. Even if you give us 4 or 5, you should have a bust for that. I think it's cheap to make. Again, a bust stand, a stand for the heads. It doesn't even need the cost to just have something just to put the head on. You don't have to make it anything. more than I can rest my head, my multiple sculpts on top of it. I think it's easy. I think more companies should do that. And it's a plus if you can, make it, characterize and fit what you're doing, like what they did there, where they put the chest and the body on it, which I think is cool.
Yeah.
The base, same sentiments you mentioned, Will. With the base, could be worked on. I love the small footprint. Again, I can have more rogues and fit them in a Magi case or a smaller space that way. The pants, I don't see any big problem with the pants color, to be honest. I do get the Hulk vibe though with the ripped pants, but it's not a level of green that would, if it was Hulk green, I'd be upset. Like, it's too bright.
Yeah.
If he had blue jeans, I'm like, nah, man, come on. So I do like the fact that it's a darker color. I mean, what you gonna make it black? I'm sure there's probably other. To me, I think the green is fine. It's in that middle ground. I don't see any issues.
Like I said, if I can find the image, I'll share you guys the concept image that he sent. It's exactly like what's going on here. Obviously, the base is not, because it's in a comic panel, but it's the same kind of pants, shirts ripped. He's kind of like doing his thing. So I'm okay with it too, and I'm pretty sure everybody else that
listen, Lane, I don't need my Metallo to pop with some Hulk jeans or some light blue denim. You know what I'm saying? I ain't trying to look good. He ain't stepping out for GQ, man. My man, he's out for blood. He needs pants that make him unrecognizable, except when he hit up Superman.
He might be wearing crocodile suede pants. I don't know.
Nah, man. What color would you want him to have? I go to you because you have a problem with his pants. What color would you want?
The coloration, the painting style to it, to me, looks too skin-like or something almost. Like it's just the way it's done. That's the way it looks to me.
Okay. I mean, to each his own. If that's,
but I still think the statue an 8.5 out of 10.
that's that. I mean, that's a good rating. I don't know what they would do better to change the pants. I mean, you got the textures, you got the ripples in the jeans, you got the folds, you got the tears.
I'm just saying what it looks like. The coloration makes me think of, so that's why it bothers me.
I mean, I'll review the comic panel again, and maybe I'll suggest to be like, hey,
the comic panels, and this is the color though often in Superman DCAU version of it. I know.
So Lane is saying he doesn't have good genes. Got it.
Yeah, I'm just saying, having him in some 501 blues would not be the worst thing.
Okay.
I think
that's hilarious. So. And so. What do you give it, Freddie? In your rating?
I give it around 8.5, somewhere around there.
Nice. Okay, that's fair.
Yeah,
that's fair. Jimmy, what do you think, man?
I'm not familiar with this character, but I went ahead and pulled up the render so I can look at it and just kind of compare what the renders look like to what we're looking at, this evening. But so. On the shirt, I think you mentioned that on the shirt it was completely white in the beginning. Well, they came in and they kind of made it like a brownish color to look like it was worn a little bit.
Yeah. So they gave it a worn look. Yeah.
Worn look. I think that could be done even more so if they made it to where it's white, like and that brownish color, but with a black stains, to where it was basically. It looks more worn, like somebody wore it, and it's been in a battle. I think that could be something, because it looks to me like it's. It doesn't look to me like it was a shirt from looking at it here, that it's like a shirt that was worn. It looks more like well, maybe it is, and I just can't tell. But anyways, that's kind of how I'm looking at it, because I'm thinking of like a shirt that would be like if it was in a battle, it'd have like black stains and maybe even a couple of blood stains or whatever on it. I think that would look good too. And I'm a big fan of battle damage, and I don't know if that's something that could be done on this character because of the storyline, but I thought that would look really good on something like this. Again, that may be off the story plot, but I think that would look awesome on this particular character. But overall, I mean, it looks really cool. I do appreciate that it has like bus stands because that's really important. Like, I know a lot of companies don't do that, and I think that's a miss, man, because they just go back in the box. Like, you can't really do anything with it.
For
You know?
sure.
Yeah, and that puts you in a position to where, man, I wish I had them, but oh no, I can't because I don't have any place to put them at. I think the portrait you're using now is my favorite. I looked at all of them. That's definitely my favorite. And I kind of like the switch out hand with the chainsaw, so that's kind of cool.
Yeah.
I think that I would like to see like battle damage. And as far as like the pants goes, I kind of understand what Lane's saying. It's more of like it kind of blends into the statue all at once, you know, on when I'm looking at it. Maybe it was just a little darker or a little lighter green. I don't know, and that may not work. I don't know, but just to where it stood out just a little bit more. But overall, I say it's an 8 out of 10 for me.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Yeah. No, that's I mean, it's good opinions from everybody. They're all valid in terms of what we see and we don't see. Obviously, I get to see it in person, and I'm here. Maybe my lighting setup's not the best. So I need to upgrade that because my wife got me this beautiful laptop for Christmas, and I got my camera for Christmas. So I'm kind of upgrading everything. So now just need to upgrade the lighting. But no, all valid points. I still think, you know, when you're doing a rating and you're within the 8-10 range. You know, well, obviously we never really do a 10, but 8, 9.5, 8, 9.8, stuff like that. It's a good piece. It's a piece well worth it. It's a piece to invest if you're really invested in the rogues, especially if you love Superman and the lore of Superman himself. I know this group next year is going to start doing Batman rogues, so that's exciting. And I know he's got a few of the projects already in the works for the Batman rogue stuff. He's still going to finish out his wave of Superman rogues. I know there's Zod, Cyborg Superman, Superman Prime. He threw a little Easter egg with the Lex Luthor, so that's looking really good too. The Lex Luthor stuff. So yeah, he's doing a lot of great things, and we all appreciate him doing the rogue stuff because a lot of people are not doing any of the rogue stuff. So shout out to that commissioner, man. Thank you for sending this piece and letting me see it in person. Let me put it out here on ASV Collectibles. So thank you.
Are they doing Bane?
Bane? No, he's only doing like secondary rogues, like primary rogues. The main reason that he told me was because everybody does it. Prime One does it. Sideshow does it. Like all these companies do it. So he wanted to be separate from all that stuff.
Jimmy, so Batman wise, what he's planning, I think, is like Black Mask, Professor Pig, and like, you know, what's called the Tranquilus. So like he's doing the characters that will never be done, which is awesome. I love, obviously, because I'm gonna get them.
I think I saw a picture floating around with it had Professor Pig and all these other characters that were blacked out.
Yep.
Yeah.
Maybe it's the same one. Okay.
Yeah.
I think Professor Pig would be amazing. If it's done properly, I think it'd be awesome.
So the first wave that I know, there's only 2 waves right now. I think he does usually 5s with like the Superman stuff. Is Professor Pig, Ra's al Ghul, and Ventriloquist with Scarface.
Oh, Ventriloquist.
Yeah. So he's doing those first 3, and then the second 3 will be KG. So
KG Beast.
KG Beast.
Nice.
Was it Firefly?
Firefly, yeah.
Firefly, and then a Black Mask. And I think he messaged me, made some suggestions like Zaz and a couple of those.
And I will say this about this commissioner: he gets these pieces out within a year, at most a year and a half. So they're coming out pretty quickly too. So
I think it's faster than that. This year he put out Brainiac's gonna start shipping, Mongrel shipped, Ultraman, the other Superman he did. That's 4 already shipped in this year.
Yeah,
like he's pumping them out like candy.
Dude, like I think I pre-ordered Brainiac like late November, early December last year, and it's coming in, you know, right on like a year in.
William, I think what's cool is that he has the right idea, right? Is that all these companies are doing these characters that like just the standard roles like Bane and Joker, whatever. He's going off of the pieces that those companies aren't doing. And I think when the community sees those, man, that's the one I really want. I love that character, but no one's ever doing it. And that's why they should pick it up. I mean, because I don't think Prime One's ever going to do Professor Pig. Like,
No,
No,
he's too bloody.
no.
He's too bloody. He's too bloody too.
No,
yeah,
there's really no way to. It's really no way to establish any character like even this with all the guts and the arms and stuff. Like they're not going to do something like that, right? You know, we had JC from LBS on stream, and he said the same thing. He's like they're super picky about any of this stuff.
They don't
So
like
they can-
guns, bombs, or anything like that. They don't like anything like that. So
Yeah. So it's very challenging to get these aggressive rogues to be made by licensed companies because the studios just don't really want to put
it's
it out.
so funny how studios are like that, like DC and Marvel. Like you understand, like your buying population is like 35 plus, you know, age wise. It's not like 20. It's not like 12-year-olds that are buying these statues. So like it's so weird in my mindset. Like why don't I want to do like, you know, more not edgier, but you know, like more adult statues? Like they cut people off, companies off on like, you know, making it more like bloody or stuff like that. It just blows my mind. Like, do you understand who's buying these statues? It's not 12-year-olds, obviously, because you know, at the lowest point, it's like 800 plus shipped for a Sideshow statue, which is probably the cheapest thing you can get these days. So, I don't know.
I mean, I think the price point on this one was pretty cheap too. And you put a pre-order for it, Marco. So I'm what was it, like 750, 850 or something like that for this piece?
I don't look at the price tag anymore. I'm disgusted.
Marcus knows better.
I don't want to look at it. I have a list. I have an Excel sheet. I don't want to look at it right now.
Hey, could you imagine when Marcos turns into an adult and
I know.
he has to pay big boy bills? You really ain't gonna want to look then.
No,
I know. When I have like 3
Well,
kids like you guys, I get it, man. I don't want to do that right now.
I mean, think about it. Prime One couldn't get, you know, people can get Prime One to do Hush for the Hush line.
Yep.
They can get him to do the character because I know Batman Statue Collector famous said when he talked to the guy Johnny said I would rather do Darkman with all the bandages and everything like that from the movie.
Darkman,
yeah. And so you won't do the character that the entire line you're running in is based
it's the
on.
main, it's the
Like,
literally
They won't do it though. Yep.
Yeah,
So-
and everybody would love a Hush for that line.
So here's a question. Maybe if the commissioner is watching, why not? I did suggest this to him in the past. Why don't you just do a Hush? Like when you're doing your Batman rogues, add Hush to it. Like I think a lot of people would want to know that.
And you can do some nice variant heads for you. Obviously, you can just do the comic Tommy Elliott. You could also do Riddler head sculpt from the animated movie from the New 52 era, the DCAU or DC, whatever it was called. The previous, you know, we're like 2 animated universes ago or something. Like you could do some different things with that.
Correct. Yeah. So I don't know. I just know that you know, I get these messages from different commissioners and stuff, and they ask me, and I appreciate it. Thank you very much for coming to me and other people for better ideas and concept art and things like that. And I'm happy to help with no problem. I love seeing these come to life like this.
So Iron Man's next, or
Whoa.
Iron Man. Well, you know, this guy only does DC, so I don't know about no Iron Man, but I do know another group that might be doing an Iron Man. Actually, they've been, you know, it's funny. There's so many suits, but one that keeps coming up is the 72, the new 72, Mark 72, which is the one where it's made out of vibranium. I think it's the black one.
Yep.
It's in the newer comics.
I've seen that one. Okay.
It's a cool.
It's like
suit.
a black and red, right? I think it is like black and red. Yeah.
The Mark 72. Yeah, it's from the newer comics. So if you're reading the newer comics, you'll see it.
Black Panther gave him some vibranium. Huh?
Oh, I see it. Yeah.
Yeah. So that's gonna be from what I hear, but I don't know. I don't know where the Iron Man fans are sitting at.
Yeah, it's like I knew it was like black and red. Yeah.
Yeah, it's a dope suit.
I don't know where I saw this from, but yeah, I remember that. Yeah.
But I think Jimmy, most people associate MCU Iron Man than comic. So I think it's very hard to produce a comic Iron Man and it
It is.
sell.
You know
what
what's
I mean?
funny? It's like DC and Marvel. Like DC always was the bigger company, and then the Marvel movies started coming out, and Marvel now is the bigger company than DC because the movies did so well. And
Right.
now the Marvel movies have been pretty bad lately. But you understand what I'm saying? Like the Endgame and all that stuff. Like Marvel, like, they made Iron Man, which is not a big character before those movies, to a household name. Everybody knows who Tony Stark is, this and that, which is impressive by them. But DC was the brand until those Marvel movies started coming out, and they had the connected universe, obviously. So it's impressive what Marvel did for a while, but lately it's been on a bad little track record. But I hope they find their stride again with Doomsday. So I know Jimmy's excited about Doomsday because who's coming back. Yeah,
I definitely want to see that. I think that when companies do, like, they try to build an Iron Man and it's something that people have not seen in a movie because they can't relate to it or they've never read the comics, it's tough because there's no, you don't recognize it, and then there's no Tony Stark portrait or there's more of a comic portrait. So I think that's what a lot of collectors don't know, they haven't read. They only connect with the movie, and I love both.
Yeah,
but I would prefer it to have the RDJ portrait on it, and I'll guarantee you I'll get a Doom statue with him on it.
No, you won't. No, don't.
Yes, I will. Mm-hmm.
No, you stop lying.
He said, "No, I will." Yes, I will.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, great things. Like I said, I don't know. It's a research this group, and I mentioned them. If you're going to do an Iron Man, you're really going to have to find a big Iron Man comic fan base because the MCU is kind of taken over, and that's the armor people want, and that's the armor people like. That's why licensed companies only do that. I know Sideshow did some comic versions, but it died down once the MCU came through.
It's like this: like, people know Wolverine as like a 6'5" guy, not like a 5'4" guy.
Right.
The Hugh Jackman. So
Mark III. Mark III, 1/3, man. That's what we do.
So like that's the thing. Like these movies have huge influence on the culture. Like Spider-Man, a lot of people thought Spider-Man had like Sam Raimi movies was coming out of his body, but in actuality, in the comics, it came out of his like web blasters. So like movies have a lot of influence on like the culture.
Sure. Yeah.
And man. So thank God Deadpool was the most accurate.
No, the suit's a little off. The suit's off from the comic book.
Hey, honestly, I told you too, but I have that Deadpool 1/4 Irish Studios right there, man. I got it unboxed.
I know, man. If we had a little more time, I have you unbox.
No, I got you. No, it's 10:30. I'm, obviously we got doing Jean Grey. I'm not trying to unbox it tonight. So
tell you what we could do, Marcos. I might be going to our boy Michael's house possibly next week. Yeah. He's got some anime stuff that he wants unboxed.
Nice.
So maybe you could do your Deadpool real quick, and we'll jump on the anime stuff next week. Man. Yeah. So let me. I don't know if Mr. Kiefer's still on here. Let me get that Sideshow Jean Grey because I know you like to see some cakes.
Booty.
I'll pull her out. Here's the art box. I actually got the art box here for those that haven't seen it, but it's such an old piece. I'm pretty sure everybody has.
It's definitely more feminine looking than the most recent Jean Grey. If this look, we got that XM from a couple years ago, who had the man jaw and everything going.
For sure. Cool. So basic box. She's got using her powers. Just sideshow.com. Shout out to Sideshow for making this beautiful piece. By far my favorite Jean Grey, and that's why I picked it up. So shout out to the seller. Also, the guy that sold me this is a professional painter. And I asked him, hey, how much would you charge to touch up this portrait for me? This is what I want. In hindsight, I probably should have had him touch up the whole goddamn thing, but I didn't want to pay an extra $1,500 for, piece. So let me get the base out, and we'll keep going.
And let's just do a shout out too, real quick while he's grabbing that. If you haven't checked it out, definitely go check on Godlike. Catch the replay of Jimmy and a few other select guests. On Christmas evening, he hopped on with them to go check out the showcase event. They had a little difficulties, but had an overall very enjoyable watch and everything. So if you haven't, go check that out. So you can. Watching the show is one thing, but getting to hear people react while seeing you at the same time first reacting is a lot more fun.
Yeah, thank you. Appreciate that. This is an older piece, White Rail.
Yeah. It's one of
Okay.
their first, I believe.
Oh, it's nice.
And not huge.
No, it's not.
That's been a reoccurring theme I've noticed, Jimmy. Everybody going for pieces when we go, hey, look, that base isn't huge. It's economical base. Isn't that great?
Deep. Yeah.
Yeah, it's not well. Prime one doesn't have gotten that lesson completely.
You don't know what huge is until you have a Predator statue. Like,
That thing's humongous.
then you know exactly how big it
statue.
is. Yeah.
Yeah, every time I go to my boy Michael's house, I look at that Prime One jet wing. That thing's still so massive.
Yep.
Yeah.
So this is 229 out of 1,000.
Okay. Yeah, I love how small it is. That's cool.
That's when the hobby was very healthy, huh? With 1,000 right there.
Yeah,
that was relatively that back when that one came out or thing. That wasn't a very big like production. I like that symbiote Superman, Spider-Man. That's very popular still. They came out years ago. That one where he's standing perched up on top, looks like he's standing perched up like the cover of the black suit, famous one. That Venom the Venom that they got coming in is going to be a compliment. Like that symbiote Spider-Man was like 5,000 or something when it came out years ago.
Jimmy, real quick though, what did you think about the guts butts, man?
I knew that, man. The paint job is really good though, man. For it being an older piece, looks great.
Mm-hmm. This is
I think
Sideshow,
it might be the lighting in person, but in the lighting when I'm looking at my camera, it does look great. So it really depends on how you place the lighting. Surprised this Jean Grey's got some cakes there.
No cake, bro.
Oh, that's good.
But
that's bodybuilder cake.
I'll give you my opinion based on the paint once I get her all together. But it's funny, like I'm looking at the flame in person, and in the camera it looks deeper in the camera, but in person it looks very light.
Mm-hmm.
It's interesting to kind of see this because Jimmy, you remember when channel first started a couple of years ago when we did the giveaway for that Phoenix and Jean Grey statue. Because obviously it was this outfit and everything that they used for the Jean Grey portrait. It's very similar, I remember, to how Jean Grey looked in that piece, but then obviously displaying in the huge back.
Yeah, that was a great piece, and I just love the base and how the Phoenix kind of wrapped around it. That was really cool.
Yeah, but the coloration was very similar to this, like paint apps for her. Of course, she was busy grabbing her head and all that. Nice.
Looks good.
So just the basic hands. So let me get my hand positions right up. I think this one there goes there. This one goes here, and we'll get. You know what? I'm gonna put these back. I'm gonna put the flame portrait on first and the flame hands. That one I didn't touch up the portrait. It's the basic portrait that I touched up. So let's get the other hands here. Okay. Get these two. Let's get over here. So there's the flames.
Yeah, I like that.
They're both very similar. There we go.
It's cool.
Okay. Let's get that here, that one there.
William, there's no light up on this, is there?
No
Okay.
light up. Yeah.
Hey, Marcos, did you get any shipping info yet for your Guts J&D statue?
Not yet. Nope. I have like 3 more payments on it for my, like the monthly payments, and I obviously got it from a retailer. So
okay, so you got it for
who knows when it will be shipped, obviously. So, but it's coming in.
See you this summer.
Yeah, I don't care when it comes. I just wanted to come in, obviously. So, yeah.
Interesting.
That
Wow, that looks good.
that looks really good.
I like the white pupils.
I love me some redheads.
Man, that looks really good.
Freddie, you're a big X-Men fan, right?
Not big, but
I thought you were.
I love X-Men. I'm not a huge X-Men.
So, William, when you look at this portrait, right, you see how it's sculpted so well.
Uh-huh.
But do you also notice that on the actual, like on the skin, I think this is what some fan art companies miss. Like they miss the facial tones in the face to where it looks like the hair's painted and they stop at that line and then they paint the actual face. It doesn't really blend together enough to where it looks, like a person's face, in my opinion. Not all, but some I've seen.
It's the transition of the hair.
Yes.
There's a little scuff mark right there with the paint. Wish I would have saw that earlier. I would have had the seller touch it up, but great looking portrait. Let's go ahead.
But look, man, that portrait's really good.
Up. Marcos, who touchdown, Marcos?
No, I was looking at the Derrick Henry last touchdown, dude. He had 4 touchdowns tonight. He had 250
This guy over here.
I'm sorry to say, I'm winning $1,000.
Okay.
Wait,
too much.
Nice.
You made it to the championship?
I'm in the championship, and Derrick Henry just won me the championship. He gave me 48 points tonight.
Nice.
Congrats, man. I got knocked out in the last round, man.
I know, dude. It sucks.
We know what Marcos is buying.
What is that? What am I buying?
Marcos, it hurts when you have the best team in the league putting up crazy points over everybody and you had one bad week.
Yep.
And this week, my team actually is back on track to scoring.
So
I'm like, one bad week.
So this week, I haven't won yet, but this week I'm beating the number 1 team in the league. I started this league 1-4. And I'm in a championship, so let's go.
Yeah, well, congrats to you, man.
So this is a true story. So I was at our company party, our Christmas party, right? And we were there and we were getting ready, and they call everybody gets a ticket. They call my number out. So I walk up there and they go, "You won this huge propane barbecue pit." And I was like, "Oh, okay, well, I don't barbecue, but all right." So I'm lugging this thing back to my seat, right? And the guy next to me is like, "Man, I sure would love to have one of those barbecue pits." And I was like, "I'll tell you what, you can have this if you give me your ticket." And he said, "Oh, okay. That's great, man. I'm so excited. Thank you. So he gives me his ticket, right? And they call that number right after that.
Whoa.
And I walk up there and they're like, "Oh," and I was like, what did I win? And they said, "You just won a signed football by Jerry Jones, signed by the Dallas Cowboys. And you got 2 tickets to go see any game you want in the Street Pass."
Poor guy, man.
So the guy that I gave the barbecue pit,
hopefully it wasn't.
He yells at the top of his lungs in the warehouse, "Fudgesicles!" The loudest you can possibly. I mean, it's so loud. It was echoing through the whole warehouse. And I went to go sit down. He goes, "Man, do you want to trade me back?" I said, "Man, no, I don't want to trade you back." And then he sorted me his shirt. "Look, I love the Cowboys and everything." And I'm sorry, man. So we're gonna keep this. And, but so
I'm glad you didn't give in, man. Glad you didn't give in.
That's I wouldn't have gave it either. All right, tough shit, bro. So this is
savage.
Bro, that tough shit, bro. Sorry, but you wanted. Now you got a nice grill.
You can smoke some meat, bro.
He was so mad, man.
I bet he was. Oh shit. So this is the one I had. It's not a big deal in terms of the paint, but it just makes so much of a difference. The adjustment that he made on this is very small, but I absolutely love it. I seen someone else do this online, and I told him, "Dude, since you're a painter, can you do this?" I sent him a picture, and he did, and he nailed it. So we're gonna go. I'm gonna show just the hair and everything. We're gonna get here, and then we'll go to the portrait. There's that.
My man is really hiding it.
Ooh. Wow, that's good.
So the original doesn't have her energy on her forehead, her eyes, or her hair. So if you look at the original Sideshow, that's not on there. It's just a regular face with the hair color and everything. So I wanted it to give that vibe of her purple flames, or the pinkish, like she's about to use her abilities, like the color in the box. And I absolutely love the eyes glowing with that same color with
That
the
looks
forehead.
good.
So she's like about to start to use her abilities.
Right.
They don't transition towards the hand unless I switch these over. Let me switch that. Put that right there. And honestly, this is how I would display her. In hindsight, I probably should have had him paint the flames the same color as the paint I added to her face. Because this is how I'm going to display her. I'm not going to display her with the flames.
Man, both portraits are really nice. Looks good. Looks good.
Yeah. So I had to, and don't get me wrong, I did like the way it looked originally, but I love this even more in terms of just the dynamics it feels of her using her powers. So I wouldn't use, I mean, I should have had these painted the same as that forehead, but I'm okay with that. Now that I look at this piece in person, like this, there were a lot of paint adjustments I would like to do. So potentially I could just send the hands and this extra, the one with the flames, and have him touch up the flames on both to look like Sume Arch Yamamoto, which I should be getting in. I got a message our boy Todd from Spec Fiction to see where my copy is at, because I'm really excited for that piece. But once I get that piece in, I could probably send this to these small people. It wouldn't cost me too much to send that and have them touch up the flames on it. So my opinion on this piece, by far my favorite. I love her pose. I love her anatomy. Everything looks good. But the paint on everything needs to be heightened. Like it's such an older piece. They did a great job on the paint, but I think it needs more of a pop. The pink on the flames can use more brighter pink and more darker pink to make that transition, that split transition of pop. I don't mind the base. I'm not quite sure if this is just a hot white being sucked in, or if it's like a snow base. I didn't really read into the lore of what this base is. The only thing that does kind of bother me a little bit is the seam line where you peg her in. You can see a big gap here between the two flames. Kind of a little bit annoying, but other than that, it's okay. Yeah, I think just mainly, and then a little bit more darker yellows and blues for the shading. They went very light, but for some reason, when you guys see it on camera, it looks darker, but in person, it's not as dark. I'm not sure. Maybe it's my lighting. I don't know. But in person, it's very light. I think I would have those heightened up a little bit darker. There are a couple other creases here that should be darker because they're deeper into her outfit. But again, that's just me nitpicking the paint. If I want to invest more into having that, I can always ship it back. It wasn't that expensive to ship it to where this person is and have them touch up some more if I want to invest more in this piece. So this piece is going to go right under Dark Phoenix. I got her back there. They look great together. And yeah, with the paint adjustment and everything, I'd give this piece about an 8. You know, it's very simple. It's very small. It saves a lot of space. I love the pose. She looks sexy. The sculpting of the face is beautiful. With the added extra touch up I did there, it's an 8 for me. What about you, Jimmy? What do you think?
Yeah, you know, it's amazing how some of these Sideshow pieces still hold up to this day. Because I know it's an older piece, but I think it's fantastic.
Yeah,
man. It's what I like, Will, too, is that it doesn't take a big footprint up. So if you have multiple of these as 1/4, they would go so well together with all the X-Men. I think that's just awesome.
yeah.
And
yeah.
did you notice that there's no Sentinel or base or or Danger Room base on there? So yeah, I mean, I guess that was before all that, whatever. But I'm not against those things, but I do like a variety too. So
Yeah.
I think it looks great. I like the nice touch that you did to where it adds her powers coming out. That's kind of cool, actually. And I think it's a nice touch to it. But the sculpt looks really good. If this piece came out today, I still think it would sell for Sideshow. I really do. That's it just held up within time, which is great. Yeah, the anatomy looks amazing. The sculpt is awesome. This is an A+ statue. If you're getting this, congrats. It's great. So good pickup.
What would you give it out of 10?
This is going to go 9 out of 10 for me. I think the only thing that I would say is that, it has her coming up from the flame. Maybe the flames could be a little bit more dominant. They could look a little different. Maybe come up a little bit more. I think that would look even better. But I think this is a 9 out of 10. I still think it's really, really good for being an older piece. So yeah, absolutely.
How about let's do something here. I'm going to play around with something here real quick.
I think what put her over the top is have light up eyes or something. Yeah, look at that. Oh, that's cool.
So let's do
That's
that.
a nice pair. That's a nice pair.
And the thing I noticed too, the scaling's pretty damn close. And I love that about these pieces. The scaling's really, really damn close.
Very nice.
Very, very, very wonderful. Marcos, your thoughts?
For me, I'm not the biggest Phoenix fan of Jean Grey fan in general. I think she's, for me, a boring character. But the statue looks very good. The custom paint job of the portrait looks really good too. The power effect, I guess you could say, is should be a little bit better done, paint job wise, detail wise. But overall, 8.8. I would say it's a good piece though. It's a really good piece. But for me, I'm not the biggest fan of Jean Grey or the Phoenix or anything like that. So this piece is not for me. And I'm not the biggest fan of this character. But I think 8.8 is pretty accurate what I would give it, even if I was, a big Jean Grey Phoenix type character. So yeah.
Sure. Fair enough, man. Fair enough. FBJ, man.
I look at this statue, I can hear the jingle in my head. So yes, Marcos, I am an X-Men fan. The only reason I say I'm not a huge fan because I fell off.
You said you weren't earlier.
No, I fell off of X-Men for a while. So there's a lot of stuff. It's so deep with characters. If you ask me a bunch of stuff, I probably could tell you. I couldn't tell you much, But I give that statue, I'd say a 8.5-ish. I agree with Jimmy. The statue still holds, even to this day. If it came out just like this, the health sculpt that you used to do the extra power, I think it's great. I think that's the best head sculpt out of the two.
Which one?
The one that you did, the one that's on her now. Yeah, with the power. I like that you did that. I love the silhouette on this Jean Grey. It's like an angel coming at me, man. With her hands out. It's different. I love the it's very feminine, angel-like esque. I love it, man. It's beautiful. I think Jimmy said, the silhouette. I love that. It's like a flying bird, kind of graceful. I love how they did it with the flowing hair. Coming through at the side, very nice. That's what I think. It's it's
nice.
It's great, man. I'm gonna answer Walton's question here real quick. I kind of broke my rule on buying two of the same characters, but in my head, one of them's a clone and the other one's the original.
That's what I'm saying. It's not really the same.
It's not the same character, Walton. So, and also, you're asking about the Phoenix for Dark Phoenix. My display's not tall enough to have the Dark Phoenix, so I have to make some adjustments. But I will put her in. I'm gonna switch some things over. I might put Iceman over to the side, put Dark Phoenix, and then have Jean next to Cyclops over there, just the standard Jean. And then I got a little spot left. I'm hoping the Nightcrawler I'm getting in a couple weeks will fit there. So, So sorry, Walton. Clone, real. You pick which one's the clone.
Having the dual personality / character set looks really good like that. Honestly.
Yeah.
I like it.
So I would put them I do like the way they're looking right here. I would put them together over there, but I want the Phoenix on here. But it won't fit the way I have because I got a riser So the Phoenix just won't fit up there. So, well, that you just answered your question, Walton. Okay, you just answered. The clone wouldn't have the Phoenix Force, so obviously this is the clone, and that's the real Jean. So there you go. So that answered that question. Legend Lane, man, give us your opinion on this beautiful Jean Grey we have here. I know you're an X-Men fan.
Yeah, no, I think this one's really good for the most part because, we don't get many Jean Grey except
Not a chance.
the Phoenix, version of her.
Right. Right.
Because, to be fair, that is usually the version that will sell most times over anything. Yeah. But I do have to say, I do think the Phoenix one, I do like the Phoenix statue of her better. Just because I think the base has more going on with it and everything.
Sure.
I think those little touch-ups you did though to the head done and everything though really do like create a synergy throughout the entire statue from head to toe, basically for Phoenix energy powers. This one, I think they did a really nice job with the head sculpt on that one. I overall like the paints and everything on like the actual costume and everything. They do nail the like blue team, gold team, early 90s look.
Yes, they did.
Pretty well. The base I think is interesting because like we talked about, it's even in comparison to the Phoenix one is a pretty small base.
Yes.
The energy effects I mostly like from them. I'm not a huge like kind of pinkish color person. I just don't like the color usually very much. Wow. But I think it works enough in the piece and everything that like that base doesn't. Maybe it's because the lighter blue and gold colors of hers kind of offset that very bright base.
Yep.
So if she was wearing something like a darker colored costume or something, like I don't know, she was wearing the leather outfit from New X-Men or something. I think it would look terrible. Although I'm not looking like forward to seeing those costumes in X-Men 97 season 2 because I'm like, why are we doing black leather in a thing that's supposed to be about bright colored costume? But that's a different matter.
Yeah.
I'd probably say 8.7 out of 10 for me for this one.
Nice.
It's just because it is a little bit older piece and stuff. And like, I just last week unboxed Karen Street Fighter statue from PCS that was like 2021. So even a little bit more recent maybe than this one.
Right.
And I took a look at that one and I really like it. It's one I had wanted for a while and I got it for a really, really good price. But I was able to, as we'll discuss, I was able to look just recently some of the fighting game pieces we got Prime one and I could look at that and then I looked at this one when I got home and it was like, oh yeah, dude, I was just like, oh yeah, they'll blow this one away. Walton I think does make a point, kind of like even in the Metallo had that a little bit,
right.
But overall, it's a solid older piece.
Yes, it is.
And for that particular suit, if you want the gold blue. Even with the XM one supposedly finally going to come out, this one it's going to end up being way better looking. Even just the base is a little different because it's not a Sentinel robot or something like that.
You're right. Yeah. No, I do like the environment they did. I think they did a good choice by adding kind of the white flames with the lighter pinks and the darker pinks. I just think it needs a little bit more of it to kind of really give it more pop. Not that it doesn't already. I can see on the camera that through the camera it does give it more pop. In person, it's kind of seems a little flat to me. Same with the outfit, but I do appreciate that they kind of went a different route in terms of this lineup. This lineup's different than their whole Sentinel lineup, right? So out of all the lineups, like the Colossus and everything, and that Cyclops, I'm thinking this is Snow. I don't think it's White Flames for the Cyclops. I believe for this companion piece, he's on the snow. He's kind of forward, and he's stepping on some snow and rock, if my memory serves me right. But this is the far better piece out of the two. The other thing is there's a custom group that does like swap out portraits, and they make their own portraits. So I think they're doing a ponytail version of this particular character that might interest me. Because I mean, it's not my favorite look of Jean Grey with her ponytail, but it's kind of cool. Like Freddie, we have another swap out, right? We'll have 3 swap outs. You know, they did a different Wolverine also, portrait for that Sideshow Wolverine, but I already got like 4 of them, so like I don't know if I want to pay $250 plus shipping for another damaged portrait for that Sideshow piece.
Is anybody doing Weapon X?
No.
No Weapon X. Huh?
Custom group.
Yeah.
It's so
yeah. There's I think maybe 2 in the works. I think.
Yeah. And the thing is that there's been about 3 or 4 that have come out. So there's just much like Weapon X, Vietnam or whatever.
Yeah. So right now I know there might be a few Weapon X coming out. There's a X-23. There's a Deadpool. I'm trying to think when you think of the Wolvie family, maybe a Sabretooth and a Andy Granoff Wolverine as well, with different variants.
I can see that.
So there's kind of those if you want your Wolverine fix. There's kind of Deadpool's not a Wolverine fix, but X-23, Andy Granoff, and a couple other pieces. I'm not sure about the Sabretooth. I know there's something in the works of Sabretooth, but I haven't really seen any concepts put together. Just really talk. But usually these groups, when they talk, they kind of come through. It just really depends on how far the collector wants to go with these particular Marvel pieces.
Okay.
Yeah, phase one Weapon X-Men. That's gonna be a tough one, buddy. I know I found that Sabretooth for you, but the seller's being a little challenging. But Alejandro Weapon X, we'll see. We'll see if I can find. I've been able to be lucky to find certain collectors that are willing to sell certain pieces, but Walton is like on the level of E-Man, and Mr. Popo. Like he's right there.
Yeah, he's up there, man.
Yeah, Walton's up there. But we're almost at the 2-hour mark, so I'm gonna close this end of the year live unboxing here. Thank you very much, everybody, for jumping in, hanging out with us. I can't wait for 2026. We got a lot of bangers coming in terms of unboxing. I want to thank Jimmy for jumping on from Godlike Studios. So if you don't know Godlike, like and subscribe. If you enjoyed,
Great channel.
If you enjoyed the stream, please like and subscribe. It will really help. This next year, I'm going to try to focus more really on putting out better content, kind of upgraded. I've already upgraded some of my electronics here for this. I'm working on the lights next. I will be going to StatueCon this year as well. So if you guys if you know about StatueCon, we're doing that. I am working also on my own lineup, my own personal statue lineup for ASV Collectibles, which it will be licensed by me because it's an open source. So I will trademark it, copyright it, and all that good stuff whenever I'm said and done with my pieces. So that's going to be exciting. Hopefully I can at least have one of my prototypes out next year, hopefully by the end of the year, or by StatueCon. Talk to Marcos from
I mean,
not this Marcos, the better one.
the better one, 100%.
Collector's Cantina, and he said if I did have my own personal prototype, I could display it at StatueCon. So he would do that for me. So that's a really big motivation for me to really push and to get the YouTube up, because I want to grow up and be like Jimmy. So just trying to.
You want to grow up and be a big, real YouTuber. Yeah.
No, I've had a blast. I've been 2 years already doing this, and I thank every subscriber that joins my channel, that's here with me, that hangs out with us all the time. Especially Walton's in the house, Juan Ortega, Michael Reyes. E-Man, Mr. Popo, all these guys. Battle Cats usually comes on as well. Kind of bless you.
Thank you.
Matt was in the house. I know he only came in just to see Metallo because I know he's got that on pre-order, but I really appreciate him jumping on here. Let's see, Superhero 3169 was in the house as well, and he's been on here a few times. So, and I love seeing just the new guys. Atticus 007 was here as well. I didn't see too much of the chat. I was more focused on all this other stuff. So Superman Fan 99 was on here as well. That's a new one. I'm not quite sure if I've seen him here before. Jojo Valdez always in the house as well. So I really appreciate everybody jumping in, joining, hanging out with us. We know that my channel here is a free flow channel. We have a good time. We talk BS. Marcos is very delusional, but this is his therapy.
I'm always right. I'm always right.
You know, see, exactly, delusion. And but I love you,
legend
Marcos,
of his own mind.
Yeah, yeah, he's the hero of his own mind. But I love you, Marcos. I appreciate you being my admin, you helping me out with the stream. You know, and for the most part, he's on time. You know, but
tonight it was one
Jesus.
night. I'm trying to win a fantasy football season. I'm sorry.
Hey, and you're winning, buddy. You're a winner.
I am winning, baby. Let's go.
I also want to thank FBJ, man. I really appreciate you, the times you've come in and you're able to. I understand the tax, you know, wife tax and all that good stuff. And when you can be here, you're here. And I really appreciate it from the bottom of my heart that you guys are here and that you come on when you can. I love enabling you and trying to empty your wallet with some of these bangers that we get.
Always a fun time, man.
You know, with all these great pieces, I'm able to get in hand here and show everybody and just educate the community, not only on licensed pieces, but custom pieces as well, which is more my forte, is the fan art stuff. And then Legend Lane, man, he's always here. He's an amazing person, amazing human being, and I thank you very much for being here.
Thank you, Lane.
If you guys haven't checked out Lane, he plays with a lot of dolls as well, and he unboxes. So he's a master at one six figures.
Oh my god, dolls! That was
Man.
insane, dude.
Freddie's like, man.
You realize that half the panel happens to be the
Doll collector.
as Fetty's big eyeballs going wide, looking like
He's like, man, what are you talking
he's
about?
like doing his best Gowron impersonation.
Freddie's kind of. I think we've transitioned Freddie to statues. I know he's got some in the corner there, and he usually kind of goes. But see, he's on the statue thing, man. That's where we got.
He's a man of all seasons.
He is. But you know, this year, hopefully, I get my first doll in, so I'll be part of the group at least in a sense. So, Jazz Inc., please hurry up with my Michelle Pfeiffer Deluxe Edition.
Oh,
Hey,
yes,
even
please.
at one point, Jimmy jumped in, and then he just was like, "I have too many Iron Mans," or something like that. Fine. But it's always great being here with you guys and everything, because William, I think, especially for this channel, and especially in this 2025, being where obviously we focus a little bit more on custom statues, unboxing kind of stuff, had that really nice niche. Obviously, FBJ and Marcos have been involved in different streaming for a while now, and have both been welcome contributors. There's not much I can say about Mr. Jimmy, other than you know, he's putting in, like yourself, a lot of work into the channel, his channel. Usually stream multiple times during the week, and you know, just has a nice, relaxed, balanced way he runs his streams. You know,
Yep.
I only was going to make him crazy because he's like, you know, he likes to be scheduled, and I'm, as William has found out, the free flow is part of what I fit. I fall into that a little bit better, but
Right.
It's always great to see so many wonderful creators and contributors and stuff in this hobby that we all love.
Yes.
Kind of hanging out and, you know, reviewing this kind of stuff and looking at it.
It's a little challenging for me because my adult ADD won't let me be structured like Jimmy and his channel. So I just not there with it. I just love the chaos of the stream in my life. But eventually, like I said, more and more people know about it, more and more people join. It'd be great. And I think I'm excited for more drunken moments with Marcos next year. And I'm just super excited for all the things that come next year. So thank you everybody for hanging out with me again, this panel of amazing people, amazing collectors. Thank you for everybody that comes on the chat as well. So if you watch this in the future, jump on the chat, man. Just throw whatever you want to throw, whatever you want to talk about, bring up your opinions. It's all welcome here. Just, we could hate a little bit, but let's not get too crazy, right? And let's just make 2026 a better streaming than this year. So thank you again, everybody, for tuning in to ASV Collectibles. If you haven't yet, please subscribe, like, and share. And we will see you next year. Peace.
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 Later.